Check out my hair in the morning. Hi guys, just a quick chat about I am going to be putting some more videos up. I haven't disappeared. I've just been doing my works, okay, and enjoying this wonderful physical experience. Now, you got to remember that consciousness needs to express in every way it needs to, okay? So the light needs to go everywhere. So that means it needs to go into the darkness to light it up, okay? And when people find things difficult, it's just because it's unexplained, okay? First of all, just done a cleanse, our spring cleanse. Spring is on its horizon. Sun is starting to go back into the sky. I love spring. I like all the seasons, but in the UK it was very wet, very emotional. Winter, it wasn't as cold as it normally gets. It was just very wet. Okay, lots of floods everywhere. You know, and on the roads it was terrible. There was quite a lot of accidents on the road as well. But you know, these things are not here to challenge us. They're here to wake people up. You know, and if you lost people throughout the winter, this is just to help you on your journey. Okay, don't look at it as a negative thing. If you do see it as a negative thing, just see how it feels inside, and then take that feeling and do something with it. Okay, don't bottle it up. Don't put yourself under pressure. Okay, just see what that person, what they represented in your life. See how they walked in your life. See the light that they shined in their, your light. So, like, for example, like there would have been some really good parts of that person, and some parts that that they suffered with, and just take it upon yourself, like at some point that you're going to be in that position as well, where you will pass away as well. And what you need to do is just correct your energy, while you're here. What you're going to leave behind, what's your legacy, your brick in the wall. Have you turned it to gold? It's one of my videos I said, like how many times you need to reincarnate until you get it right. And the idea is that you just, from a physical point of view, you make it into a physical being, and you then have work to do as soon as you're here. Remember, the soul is different to the spirit. The soul is the burden that you've left behind. It's almost like your suit. Every time you come down here, you put the suit on, and it's full of certain chemicals, and it's your spirit which gives you the information to release yourself from them physical wounds that you might have had back in your last life. Okay, remember, energy doesn't die. Don't worry about that. Energy doesn't die. Okay, and like I always say, I see so many things about the internet about how like everything's different now. There's a spiritual awakening. I feel lonely because I'm in the fifth dimension, and like other people in the third dimension. Hey, right? Okay. Variety is the spice of life. Yeah. Everyone's going through their own thing. Okay. All you can do is just look after you and your family. Okay. And when I say family, if you've got a mum and you've got a dad or you've got kids, you look after them and you bring the virtue of who you are into their life, because who you are is who Christ is. Right? You got a Christ inside of you. You got a particle, right, which lives inside your heart, which is Christ consciousness. And eventually you will slowly wake this up. It's always there. It's always dormant. It's like having the ability to be able to run up a mountain as fast as you can, but you haven't trained for it. But you still got the ability. You still got legs. You got the ability to build your own house with your hands, but you haven't learned how to do it yet. But you've still got the ability to do it. So anything like that, you have Christ-like consciousness. Yeah. Remember what was said: God become man, so man can become God. You're the only one who can create his own environment. You can do it. You can make a bad environment a good environment. Okay? You can take positives and negatives. You can do it. You can change things. Remember, whatever it brings out of you, you have the ability to choose what you want to choose, good or bad. You can choose what goes into your mouth. You can choose what you want to have to listen to. You can choose what you want to watch. Okay? don't worry about this rush of trying to rush into the perfect human being. Give yourself time, back off, okay? Because you want to fill every part of your consciousness with light, every part of your consciousness with a bright light of information, and that's the Father. The Father will work inside of you, and He will be able to explain every part of your body. Okay, this takes time. This is mastery. You know, it's a long road. You know, and you've got so many distractions trying to pull you from this end that you're trying to aim for. But the end is death. Okay, whether it's in a physical form or it's in a spiritual form, the end is death. But it's what you leave behind is your legacy and your light that you shine upon. And you just hope that your children just listen what you've done and what you've watched, and you've given them good experiences, you know. So don't worry about this rush that everyone's talking about, you know. And you don't need to fight information with information, right? Because at one stage, I mean, how would you like to wake up? How would have you don't want someone coming in your life and going, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you're doing this wrong, and you're doing this wrong. You know, what you need to do is be spiritually enlightenment, and you've got to do this, and you've got to do this, and you've got to do that. I mean, if when you were asleep, how did that work for you? That would knock me back by another 2-3 years. You just have to slowly wake up, okay? And the first thing is just put a smile on your face, understand about life and death, start to go and have a look at cathedrals, start to go areas that you've not seen before, start to experience life, and then just look at yourself when you're, you know, like if you've got like a family and in the car and it's all going mental and it's, you know, like all these different distractions from different areas, just say to yourself, like, well, this is like a spaceship and you're on a long journey, and God, the Creator, is provided passengers with you on your journey. I mean, fancy that. I mean, that's how much He loves you. He's provided passengers on your journey. Other than that, it'd have been a very lonely journey, really lonely journey. Every single person's got a mum and a dad. Every single person's got friends. Okay, every single person. It's easy to make friends. Okay, but like when you're going crazy and you feel like the world's against you, just understand that He gives you that much. He even gives you people to live your journey with you. You don't experience the whole thing on your own. Okay? So once you know that, and you've got this heart which beats so much because you've got, you know, like you have to appreciate this whole experience is not on your own. You've got others right around you. I mean, that's how great it is. And then once you realize this and you feel good about it, start to tackle, you know, like things in your life what makes that, you know, makes you feel better as a person. So like some people like to do exercise, some people like to do breath work, but don't, like I said, don't rush this stuff. Don't rush this stuff. And then start to educate yourself, you know, in different ways. Once you educate yourself with knowledge, then you have light, more light inside of you. There's nowhere the dark can hide if the light is there, you know. So don't worry, I'm going to put some more videos up. I'll explain a few more different things. Thank you for bearing with me. It's just I've been enjoying my experience. This winter has been quite emotional. Like I said, it's been quite wet. Like death's around, you know, like so, and it's just, you know, taking it in, absorbing it, you know, understanding it, understanding it, and then standing over it, you know, like that lingo. Yeah, so just keep it real and stay tuned, and I'll give you some more stuff. Okay.